So JPEG Mafia finally released the highly anticipated remastered version of his 2013 album, The Ghost Pop Tape, and reception has been very controversial so far.
Released now over a decade ago, this project is kind of an anomaly for JPEG Mafia. The dark, ambient R&B sound paired with depressing lyrics and heavy experimental and reverberated mix of the project is not only something startlingly unique in his discography, but something that I feel incredibly close to me and has helped me through tough times. So when I heard that a remastered version was in the works, I, as a huge fan of the record, started screaming, but without the S, even if the chaotic release was very tough to follow. As usual, I am here to give my 2 cents on the record, and I absolutely love this remastered version more than I think anybody on the internet right now.
This remastered version is very different from the original one in many ways. The vocals have been re-recorded, the mix has been cleaned up, the instrumentals have been rearranged. It's basically an entirely new project.
The sound of the entire album shifts from being hopeless and depressing to somewhat even hopeful and uplifting, albeit still downbeat with its overarching sadness being very much intact.
Now that we have established that this remastered version and the original version are two completely separate entities, it's time to get into the differences between the songs in the original and in the remastered version, and what I think of them.
As I've said, this album differs from the original version because of a cleaner mix, a different overall tone of the project, and new re-recorded vocals. But it also has a different track listing, with God Bless My Homegirls being now nearly 7.5 minutes long, as it is tail-ended by a song that is missing in this version, curiously titled Missing Image File, a track that is absent in the tracklist department but is included again as the outro of that song. Neon Kitchen 4 is also completely absent altogether for a reason that is still beyond my comprehension, and it also has only Sakura as a bonus track without any of the other stuff that was included in the Bandcamp release of the project.
Ballad of a Poor Man's re-recorded vocals sound gorgeous. They sound better than the original to me, and the mix is so much cleaner. It sounds gorgeous, honestly. HBK is basically a whole new song. Oh my god, it has barely anything to do with the original one, and despite being hated by most people online, I really enjoy this version of the track as well. And Behold a Pale Horse is still one of the very best cuts of the record, and it being slightly faster than the original has me liking it maybe even more than I did before. The rapping is much more clear and the words are very discernible this time and not drowned out by the reverberated mix.
An extended version of Magen is very much appreciated, even if it is incredibly anxiety-inducing as a track. It was before with only 1 minute and 40 seconds of runtime. Now with 3.5 minutes is a whole-ass panic attack. The slightly faster version of Porn for Percussion is also incredibly good, and God Bless My Homegirls even grew on me with this remastered version.
The slightly faster version of Call Me Maybe is again hugely appreciated, and the shorter runtime doesn't hurt its case. Liara and its extended outro is gorgeous. It's an amazing song. It was an amazing song. Now it's longer. It's an even better song. And Sakura's extended speech outro at the end is a huge step up and really fits the tone. The new mix is also amazing. And that tiny little robotic voice speech at the end of Untitled 3 is surprisingly really fitting and a great conclusion for the album.
The only real downsides of the project are a couple of very minor changes that Peggy made to some tracks, like removing the moans on the track Missing Image File, which were present in the original and made up for the rhythmic section of the track, believe it or not, killing the bass drop on Untitled 3 by using that gunshot sound that, although it does fit the theme of suicidal ideation present throughout the project, it doesn't really fit in with the sound of the track, and tampering with the kicks and the snares at the beginning of Bubblegum Crisis, and that is about everything that I have to say when it comes to the negatives of this project.
And that's all, folks. That was everything I had to say about this project. If this last few live action clips look like they were shot on different days, it's because they were, but I don't care and neither should you, so thanks for watching, I guess.